Hello, people. Hi, people. Let's do another collective read. Let's do this. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. What's up, creator? What you want to share today? What do they need to hear today? Something important? Something to help us grow? What's up, creator? Queen of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, this is feels really specific. Queen of Pentacles reversed and Queen of Wands reversed. I feel like you have some sort of issues around women specifically. I feel like you have some sort of issues centering around women, but also I feel like uh, at this moment in time, I think there's a lesson around the woman in your life, or you're going to have to discern and navigate situations pertaining to the woman that you're around. Okay, it's really specific. I don't know if you have to choose, or I think to a certain degree you do have to choose. I feel like there's a choice you have to make, or you feel like there's a choice you have to make. But not only that, I feel like this stems way back. So this choice, this situation that's happening, I feel like the issue stems way back. So you think this is just a problem now? Like, I have to, for example, like I have to choose between two different people, for example, right? This issue stems way back. So this is way back to do with like a parental issue, where they didn't accept you, or there were people who you felt you had to kind of abide by, or Queen of Swords reversed, bro. All of the queens are out reversed. I'm telling you, it's a woman issue. It's centered around women, mothers, sisters, friends. It's centered around a woman. Magician reversed. I think you've accidentally manifested something. It feels like almost like this feeling of I can't believe this happened, or I can't believe this is happening to me, sort of. Nine of Cups reversed, and these are all females on the cards. These are all females on the card. I'll hold them upright and see if I can show it in the screen. This is centered around. I don't feel like it's femininity specifically. I feel like it's internalized issues around how you're perceiving woman, or your identity around woman. Okay, I feel like this is starting to change. The only queen that's not out here is the cups, but instead of the cups, it's the nine of cups reversed. So it's something to do with its emotional issues that is stemming from this specific choice. So if you have a choice and you have to navigate it, or you feel obligated to a particular woman, it's a really dominant energy. Like, not like they're dominating you, but it's like you may notice in your life where it's like there's a lot of females around that you feel like obligated to. Not like they're hurting you or abusing you or anything like that, but it's more like you may be noticing this sense of obligation toward women, and then it's putting you in this position where you feel like you have to choose between different females. But this is stemming from issues from way back. So this is just a result of yeah, I think you're recognizing that too with the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Three of Wands upright. I think you may have been reflecting on how these things link, or maybe you're trying to find out why. Like, why is this happening? Like, why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening? Okay. Alrighty. Star reversed. Oh, snap. This is a scarcity wound. This is a scarcity wound. This is a scarcity wound that goes way back. It could be way back in your childhood. I just feel like it's years back. Something it's almost like you didn't see or forgotten about, or it's something way back. It's to do with scarcity. It's to do with being abandoned. It's to do with being alone, isolated. Like, if you look here, the star card, if you can see, she's alone in a desert, and she just has a couple of rocks, a couple of spoons. Oh no, no spoons. A candle, some flowers. She's in scarcity, and it's reversed. Yeah, I feel like this is a lot to do with being abandoned. These issues have come back around to be healed. Again, with the Three of Cups, with these females on it, you have a you have a big lesson around women. It's going to be women are going to be the vessel that the creator is going to use to teach you more about you. Okay, because I don't feel like it's about the females. I don't feel like it's about that. It's about how you are navigating them. It's about how you are navigating them. I don't feel like you're a player. I actually feel like you really love genuinely. I actually really do feel like you do. But there's an element, there's a wound that links to scarcity. Oh snap! If you did have a, I feel like you may be reflecting, and as you're reflecting, I think you think of your mother, and you think of what you experienced of her as a mother, because the star card reversed, she's also a female, but she's the only one that is in lack. Okay, she's the only one that's in lack. I think you're going to recognize, I can feel it quite strongly. You're going to recognize that the reason you feel obligated to, it's like you feel obligated to help them, obligated to support them, and you may like wear yourself thin by spreading yourself amongst too many different females. I don't feel like you're like a player, but I just feel like you care. I feel like you care, and there's going to be a memory that you have of your maybe a parental figure or so, a guardian, someone who took care of you who was in lack. And I think this really made a deep impression on you, and it made you have a lot of compassion. And I think a lot of that's where a lot of your love was towards this main female, the first female. So like it could be a mother, grandmother, something like this. And I think that form of compassion is what makes you feel obligated to support lots of different women. But I think there's a part of you that's coming to a precipice where you're noticing it's not healthy. Okay, why? The sun upright, it's a lot. Even then, there's a woman. Why is it not healthy? King of Swords upright. Right, you're learning about your own masculinity and how you fit in the world. It's very. It feels like I'm speaking to a male, but I mean it could be a female. But it's very about you finding out about your identity or more about your identity. It's something you feel like you have to save them. You feel like you have to save them. It's quite intense pull. I feel like you feel like you have to save them. Yeah. Seven of wands. Seven of wands reversed. You feel like you've got to help them. You feel very obligated. You feel like you just need to be there. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Okay, right, right, right. Okay, so what do you want us to know about this, Creator? Yeah, I think you fantasize about them too, specific ones, or you wonder what they're doing often. Devil upright. Okay, right. This could have led to some really toxic situations. Okay, this could have led to some toxic situations. Um, if you are like a player, I don't feel like you meant to be. I don't. I feel like you genuinely care. I actually don't feel like you're a player. I feel like you genuinely care. I just think there's an emotional wound you're recognizing in how you relate to women now as an adult, and I think you're seeing this as something that's keeping you bound to stuff that isn't healthy. Two of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's very emotionally driven. Very, very emotionally driven. Okay. King of Swords. Yeah, you're discerning a lot of your yep, Five of Pentacles upright. That's you. That's you. Actually, there's something that you're missing. There's something they're trying to show you. The creator's trying to show you something. I get the impression. He's trying to show you something in your experience of scarcity. He's trying to show you something really important. Like there's going to be signs. Like, do you remember this? Do you remember this though? Remember this thing? Okay, so I think there's something there. It's like gold. It's going to really help you. Oh, Four Cups upright. I'm telling you that every time I get the Four Cups, it's my, message. It's the message from the creator, or it's the lesson the creator has given. Okay, for you, I feel like it's the creator is giving you a message. Okay, not necessarily just a lesson, but he's giving you a message. All right. Oh, don't do what your guardian did. So there's something to do with not to repeat something. Don't repeat something. Don't repeat the cycle. There's a cycle they're asking you not to repeat. And I think it could be in not listening to the creator, or this he's going to give you some information or emotional clarity, and you're being asked to follow this. And I think your guardian may have not followed this, but he's going to give you the same wisdom and ask you to follow. And they're asking you to follow this. You may not like this wisdom. I get the impression you don't really like it. You're not interested. You don't want to do that. Ten of Swords reverse. But I feel like it's the only way to move forward. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if you're not careful, it could lead to more pain. Like more pain. Trust where you're being led. Trust where you're being led. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah. It's there's a gold mine and a memory that you have that's going to really help you to move forward. You're going to see it clearly, and then I think after that, you're going to feel a lot more independent. You're going to have more of a sense of self, instead of feeling so obligated to these other women. You're going to feel a sense of, I know who I am, and I can. It's not like I can take care of myself, but it's more like I'm connected to my life. I'm not depending on other people to make me not validated, but it's I'm not trying to save a past version of somebody that I loved. I can be present. I can be present here in my life now. All right. What else? Ice of Swords reverse. Yeah. Look back. There's something you get a good look back at. There's a memory. It's a memory you got to find. Something in what you remember. Three of Pentacles. It could be something to do with people or friends that you did have. It's something to do with when you were younger. You got to go back there. Okay, I only got a minute. Let's do spiritual cards. Well, I only got a couple minutes left. Spiritual cards. What do you got, Creator? That one. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Abundance, opportunity, resources. Right. Now's not the time to be building heaps of things. They want you to just focus. Strength. Okay. Courage, compassion, and perseverance. Okay. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. I think it can bring a lot of stress into your life if you carry on with this, your pattern of how you engage with women. It doesn't feel like you like sleeping around or something like that. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more like you get emotionally entangled with them on accident, like that. It feels like that. I think if you keep that up, it's going to bring a lot of pain into your life. To be honest, I got to be honest. I got to not lie. There's a couple of cards dropped. Let me just grab them. Okay, let's have a look. The moon reversed, intuition, illusion, and revelation. Yep. Yep. So you got to go back in your past. It's got to do something to do with your mother. I'm telling you. Her scarcity influenced the way that you move. High Priestess reversed. Intuition, wisdom, and patience. I think you're going to realize a lot of values that she didn't inhibit, which made you maybe Seven of Cups upright. Yep. It's a lot. It's a distorted sense of emotional. It's your emotional temperament and understanding that it's going to grow. Five of Cups reverse. Yeah, you got to be supported in forgiving this. You're going to be supported in forgiving. Page of Swords upright. Yeah. Truthful, analytical, and outspoken. Be honest with the people that you need to speak to. If you need to stand on the truth, yeah. Goals. Yeah. It's not the time to build stuff. It's the time to go back and heal. Yeah. Go back and heal. Okay. Go back and heal. That's all I've got to say. I think they want you to heal. They want you to acknowledge the truth and heal for now. That's the goal, not building businesses and stuff like that, okay? It's time to heal. Heal this first, and then the success is easier to follow, easier to find. You'll see the path laid out easier. All right, that's all I got. Bye.